it's above me again to tell you the continuation of the lesson, the questions. Let's see what happens. Let's have a quick recap, shall we? We saw that Birbal came to the court, who was greeted by a odd silence. He saw a stranger seated by himself. He had a copper pot in front of him covered with a cloth. Then he asked, "Can you tell me what is in the pot?" Birbal was like, "Okay, Huzur, may I go examine closely?" He asked the permission. The envoy gave full granted permission and freedom. With the slightest movement, he wiped off the cloth to reveal that it's full of empty, your majesty, he said. The envoy was spluttering with anger. He was like, "How dare you open it without my permission?" He was like, "Huzur, you didn't even tell me that I can't open the pot or can go around it. You even gave me permission to examine it more closely," he said. Then Akbar hid his smile and he proved himself once that he was unbeatable. Now, the envoy asked two questions that were, where is the center of the earth? How many stars in the sky? Let's see the reaction of the courtiers and the answer from Birbal to the envoy. Let's get in. For a moment, the entire court stared at the envoy. Birbal was the first to recover his composure. For a moment, as soon as he said the questions, they were like, "They're impossible. How can we answer?" They were all staring. Birbal was the one who got his calmness back and came back to the world. Let's see what happens. "These are some difficult questions, Your Honor," he said. The envoy looked satisfied. "And we would need some time to answer them." Birbal said, "Your Honor, these are very hard questions." The envoy was satisfied because he wanted to prove the world that this court is not as intelligent as they think. Let's see. "I'm in your country for another 10 days. The envoy said grandly. He was saying grandly that I'll be in your country for another 10 days and you give me the answers within 10 days, he's saying. Now let's see what happens. "We will have the answers ready before your departure," said Birbal with a respectful bow. Birbal bowed and said, "Before you leave, we'll have your answers ready. And till then, you are a honored guest," Akbar said to the envoy. "Enjoy the beauties and wonders of our kingdom." Akbar said, "Within the 10 days of your departure, Birbal will give the answers to you. Until then, enjoy the beauties and wonders of our kingdom," Akbar said. For the next 9 days, Birbal absented himself from court. No one knew what he was planning for the answers of the envoy. On 10th and last evening of the envoy's visit, at Birbal's request, the emperor and the courtiers gathered outside the Divanikas. Do you think we should have a recap on Divanikas? Of course. Divanikas is a Mughal empire's, let's come on, a special hall where Mughal empires receive courtiers and state guests. It's nothing but a room where the everyday court happens and they receive their state guests and tell them to go and settle in the kingdom. Birbal bowed to the envoy. After they all assembled out of the Divanikas, Birbal bowed to the envoy. "Thanks to your first question," he said, "we made a stupendous discovery." He pointed to a mark he made on the floor. "Here, right here, is the center of the earth, and we are fortunate to stand on it." Birbal said, "Thanks to your first question, we made a really awesome and fabulous discovery. We found the center of the earth. The mark you see there is the center of the earth, and we are really lucky to stand on it," Birbal is saying. That's the reaction of the envoy. He turned to be dumbfounded envoy. "All our researches and consultations with experts have revealed the truth. You are of course welcome to verify it." Birbal said, "Dumbfounded is nothing but unable to speak due to surprise." He's saying, "Because of you, we found a fabulous discovery with all our consultations and researches." Consultation is nothing but advice seeking and everything. Like it's a tour, like a person who gathers information on a topic, a consultation, okay, consultative person. "Because of your consultation and our research, we found the center of the earth," Birbal said. "Of course," echoed in the envoy's brain in a faint voice. Behind him, both Birbal's friend and the foe grinned at one another. "And the answer to my second question?" asked the envoy. He still didn't think that he was unbeatable. He was like, okay, he answered the first question. How will he answer the second question? What is the second question? Correct. How many stars are there in the sky? Birbal signaled to one of the guards, and in a minute, 6 sheep were brought in front of the assembly. Like in olden days, in the kingdom and the courtiers have permission to signal the guards. He signaled the guards. The guard brought 6 sheep. Let's see what he'll do with the sheep. Huzur, said Birbal to the envoy. His second question was this: how many stars are there in the sky? Again, a very difficult question, Huzur, but here's the answer. There are exactly as many stars in the sky as there are hair on the 6 sheep. It was not easy to locate the sheep with the exact number of hairs, and that too in 10 days, but by God's grace we were able to do. You know what he did with the sheep? He bought the sheep and said, in these 6 sheep, each string of hair is 1 star in the sky. So in the entire 6 sheep, each hair is one star in the sky, and that is the number of the stars. Once again, the envoy was dumbfounded or loss of words. But what is the actual number of the stars in the sky? He stammered. He was unable to even speak. He was stammering. He said, you didn't tell us to exactly tell the number. You just asked to know how many numbers. So that's what he said. Birbal said, you want to decide to know how many stars are there in the sky, and we answered your question. That's all. You asked us how many stars are there in the sky. You didn't ask the exact number, did you? Birbal said. However, if you wish to know the exact number, I'm sure a verification of our claim would be provided. And the envoy knew that he had been defeated, and with a sullen face, the empire's eyes met Birbal's and full of laughter and admiration. You saw what he said. The envoy asked, what is the exact number? But Birbal said, you never asked the exact number. You just asked, how many stars are there in the sky? If you want any verification, you can stay in our country. We will provide you help. You can sit down and count each hair of the sheep, he said. The envoy knew he was defeated, and with an angry, sullen face is nothing but angry or a defeated face, he left the kingdom. Once again, Birbal had proved that he was truly unbeatable. See how Birbal beated an envoy who wanted to prove the court wrong. Just like how Birbal proved the envoy wrong, prove your parents wrong saying you are unbeatable in your studies. Stay tuned. Bye bye guys.